Well, I should hope so. I'm the one who wrote it. Oh, come on in, Ultimate, and hello, Dahlia. Hope you're both having a lovely, lovely evening. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's the start of a brand new work week for some. Other of us, it's a lovely day to spend with family, with food, with friends, or with video games of your choice. Hello, Tadon Zero. Hello. Yeah. I know I don't upload much, but I am, in fact, a composer. I mix my own things, I produce my own stuff sometimes, and I don't do it enough. But that would be why I have musical notes for Skull Eyes. I can make you. Bobo is hungry. Bobo requires food. Bobo requires money. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, that's me. That's me in a nutshell. Hold on, just double checking some stuff. Okay, nothing to worry about. That's also a valid move, but that also means you have to spend more time working. Doing stuff that you hate to do, which is concentrating. Sorry. Anyway, hope you all are doing okay. It's getting chillier and chillier the more we get into December, but at least it gives us all an excuse to drink some hot chocolate, right? And because it's the end of the year, all the awards seasons are coming out and we're all getting pissed over who won what. Yep, Dahlia here not only did my model art, but also does a bunch of commissions for other creators out there. And recently, she got a VGen commission codes. So now, Tony is on Ko-Fi and VGen, available for commission right now, as far as I know. I think you said your queue is finally clear, yeah? So yeah, if you like how you feel like the quality that's on screen right now, Dahlia here did my model with my design cues and this lovely hat I'm wearing. That's actually a PNG. It's not part of the model. Yeah, I don't know how I landed with these bozos. I just like, hey, I like doing stuff. Hey, you like doing stuff, and then somehow we became friends, and now I have like a cavalcade of artists that are my friends. It's crazy. There's a lot of talented people in the world, and I'm lucky I get to be friends with some of them. GP, yeah. Yeah, Glitch Phantom, friend of the channel, is a major reason a lot of us met. So we owe a lot to her. She's a tough hard worker. She used to do her own PNG models, and they were like unique per stream. So it's infectious. That kind of passion, I guess, is infectious. Anyway, tonight's game. Oh, before I forget, for those who may not know the skeleton that stands before you tonight, I am one Ricky T. Bones, Detective Bones, at your service. I don't solve the greatest of crimes, but I do solve this one. And this one we have in front of us is, well, look who's late! Look who's late, B. Hello. I was a day early. What's your excuse? Hello, B. Hello. I'm at work. Very valid. Get that bread. Just poking fun at you. Don't worry. We got a little bit of yapping to get through, but it won't go for an hour, sadly, like some other streamers I've watched. But you'll have a little bit of a grace period before we get to any interesting bits, I'm sure. Anyway, so yeah, tonight's mystery is fun, exciting, and full of voice acting that I have to do because it has no voice acting, which in itself is fun to me. We are playing Detective Instinct, Farewell My Beloved, a brand new, I would say Phoenix Wright kind of like game. Think like the old DS games like Touch Detective, Phoenix Wright, Famicom Detective Club. It is a labor of love made in pixel art with old like retro anime styling. and it's really cool looking, and it's been a really fun story so far, and I will try to bring you up to speed before we get the game started. It's not bad, actually. Like, I watch, are they technically two streamers? They're technically there's technically one channel, two streamers. The Hoshigami twins. They have a full hour of yap before every stream. And it's fun. There's a lot of weird stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff in their little village going on. But yeah, this game is awesome. This game is a vibe, well written, funny, and allows me to flex my vocal cords into ways I didn't think I knew how. But it's a lot to unpack now I think about having to recap this. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, so the less I burn my vocal cords, the better. Which is why I'm going to be taking a sip of water like every 15 minutes just to preserve my voice, if I can. But not singing, no. More like doing all sorts of different voices. Like, we already had a German kind of impression, and then we had, what was it, I made a mistake last time, by the way. The bartender, I saw on Twitter, there's this trend going around about people who are like, you know, used to know who Peter Lorre was because Looney Tunes never let a single sketch go without him. Like there was 6 separate sketches with a cameo by him. And then the official Twitter for Detective Instinct Farewell My Beloved said, yes, and now video games hold that baton. And it showed a picture of the bartender we interacted with last week. I should have been doing a Peter Lorre impression. Damn it. Such wasted potential. He didn't have the sunken in eyes. I couldn't tell. But I will rectify that if we see him again today. Mark my bony words. I will rectify that. But yeah, a lot of impressions, a lot of voice acting I'm gonna have to do today. So let's jump right into it. Although I do sing. I do sing, and there will be singing this Christmas season, don't worry. But that's a teaser for another schedule. Dun dun dun. Such a vibe. Alright. Let's get into this. So, to recap, entire 2 days of action. First off, this is Emma, our companion for this trip, and also our tutor. We are in college, I think? Or in high school? I don't remember. And we are accompanying a professor. Actually, I can check my notes to remember who the heck is who. Yes, okay. So, this is Emma, our friend and student. Near graduating senior. We are in high school. Okay, so we're a junior. We're a junior. 2nd year of high school. We are with Emma, accompanying on a trip to Vendreka, and we're on the train back to London, I believe. And so we are American students in Europe, quote unquote. Apparently a caricature of East and West Germany back in the day. And we're currently in Vendreka with Professor Martin, who originally hailed from this town and was invited by a well-known politician. For what reason, we have no idea, but he seemed to have had a nice visit. And we immediately, hey, yo, Sky, welcome on in. Hope you're doing okay. Yes, ew, politicians, don't worry about it. So, right before we're supposed to leave for for this train, an incident occurs at the hotel. And the incident was a man falling out of a fifth-story window. Otto Keller. We didn't know his name at the time. We're doing good. We're just doing a quick recap. So, I'm going to try and condense this because I don't want to spend too much time talking about all this. I want to spend some time doing voice acting and progressing the story. On the night we were supposed to leave for the train, our hotel has an incident where this poor fellow, Otto Keller, fell from a fifth-story room to the ground, and there were two problems with it. One, nobody was supposed to be in that room, so it was a secret meeting of some kind. Second, when the body was discovered, there was blood forming in where his stomach would have been. Not from the fall, from a stab or bullet wound. They're not sure just yet. And so we met Detective Daltrey. Thank you so much for having character bios, guys. That's a really great feature. Detective Daltrey here is a kind of off the cuff detective. He's very aloof. I think he knows how to do his job, but he is currently working this case. He investigated the body, he investigated the hotel, and now he's on this train that we're on, investigating leads because somebody else got killed as well. And that would be... where is he? Meyer. Not Meyer. Was it... Monty, Gambrica, Andreka, Study Trip, Martin. Okay, Edison Maxwell, that's right. A lawyer who was found killed in his home not long after the murder at the hotel the other night. Daltrey says Maxwell was a pretty shady character, so the big deal that a corrupt lawyer and a random nobody got killed was because this said random nobody worked for the shady lawyer, and said individual, not the lawyer, the dude, Otto, was about to board this same train. We don't know why, neither does Daltrey. And now, as we get on the train, a woman has gone missing. Emma is the only one who met her, and she seemed distraught, sad, concerned, like her life was being threatened. And that was on day 0 of the train trip. We're on day 2 right now. And unfortunately, shortly after, this woman vanished without a trace. Emma can't seem to find any trace of her, and nobody remembers she existed. So this immediately rings alarm bells in our heads. This feels like either a conspiracy or Emma just got spiked with something. We have no idea, but we found more evidence that Emma isn't going crazy. There was a ring. A ring that had the initials AK, and the missing woman's name began with A. So, we found this after questioning several people. The bartender denied that she existed. The people who owned the room that we found this ring in have no idea who the vanished woman is. And now, the ring is gone. Our only lead, after getting it translated by Professor Martin, is gone. Which means somebody out there actively does not want anyone to know that AK existed. So we're getting to the bottom of this train ride. We are getting to the bottom of this before this train ride ends, if we can help it. Emma's not crazy. There's people actively working against us now, and we've got to stay on super alert. So, this is said Peter Lorre bartender. He experiments with his concoctions and only with the teas, thankfully. Alcohol, he does not tamper with. And he swears only 2 people ordered anything. 3 people. And none of them were the vanished woman. And Emma ordered alone. Which is crazy because they shared tea. Let's see. This is Meyer, a friend of Dr. Martin's, of Professor Martin's. He was killed during the war. Ah, now the Vendrekan senator. He's the one who invited us here. Monty is one of 2 people in the cabin that we found the ring inside of. He stays silent. He doesn't talk to us at all. And his wife, Veda, does all the talking for him. There's a lot of mystery there, but they seem just to be an affluent, egocentric couple. And of course, the last great clue we have is the place we're at. Gambrika and Vendreka have been peacefully divided. However, Vendreka has prospered. Gambrika is in turmoil. It's falling apart, but like the seams are coming apart in this country. And now Vendreka is accepting smuggled immigrants and regular immigrants from Gambrika. And, well, you know, you've heard the old tales of the Berlin Wall. Hemorrhaging citizens is not good for your economy, so they might be fighting tooth and nail to stop them from coming. By any means necessary. So that's pretty much our recap. And as you can see, she's stern-faced because she just discovered this morning, that the ring is gone. We don't know what's going to happen today, but we are going to go look for 2 individuals that we have not talked to yet. 2 gentlemen in polos or some kind of leisure wear, and they were the last 2 that might have seen this vanished woman. So we're gonna go grill them and see what they say. And with that, we shall get started, I guess. Quite welcome, quite welcome. This is why I play story-based games, like stuff that's got heavy plot. I try to play it every week, just so I don't forget. Beta and Monty's cabin, huh? We should check the lounge car first. Okay, let's get a recap from her. Seems to me like we have 2 options. Either go to the lounge car, or talk to Vita and Monty again. I'm up for either, so I'll leave it up to you. I just don't understand how I could have lost it. I swear it was on my nightstand when I went to sleep. Do you think it's possible somebody might have stolen it while you were sleeping? That's a scary thought. I feel like I would have noticed if anyone came into my room, though. I'm not as heavy a sleeper as you are, Ricky. Give me a break. I am not a heavy sleeper. Thunderstorms wake me up all the time. Either way, we may not have it anymore, but at least we know what it said. To my beloved AK. I wonder if it's really hers. Alright, let's go to the lounge car first. I don't want to confront the dynamic duo just yet. There they are, yapping away. What's all that commotion? I think it's just those guys in the booth over there. It sounds like they're having an argument. Wait! Ricky! That's them! Those are the guys in polos who were here with us yesterday. Let's talk to them, quick! You got it. Excuse me. Are you out of your mind? That's a coward's club. Excuse me, you two. Do you mind if we... Don't be ridiculous. You can never make that shot. I have no idea what they sound like just yet. I'm just doing random voices. They are ignoring me completely. Okay, so maybe let's just have it. Actually, you got any ideas, Emma? They seem to be ignoring us, Ricky. Yeah, I got that. Thanks. Don't give me that sass. We need to get through to them somehow. Yeah. I wonder what the bartender has to say about these two. Alright then. I get my redemption arc. You two again. Look, you got any idea about those fellas just going on about nonsense? These two have been bickering in here for over an hour. Most of the other passengers have since left, finding it too noisy. Naturally, this isn't very good for business. Even my strongest blend wasn't enough to make them cease their arguing. Jeez. These two have become a problem for my business. Old man. Oh, are we trying to ask about Martin? Oh, the other old man. That's right, there was an old man, Vita and Monty, who saw them going between cars, and then those gentlemen in the polos. Okay, I forgot about the old man. What about this old man? He has not been here today. How about Vita and Monty? You seen him around recently? Hey, that woman who ordered a glass of wine yesterday, Vita, do you know anything about her or her husband, Monty? You could say that I know a little, yes. Spill the beans. Also a great detective game. What interest do you have in those two? I got plenty of interest, friend. And just, you're the only one standing between me and them. Don't feel like talking about them, eh? Alright. Where were you on the night of last night at exactly midnight? Perhaps in my friend's room? No, I have not seen any rings. Damn it. Okay, we're getting on his nerves. Uh-oh. How about we make a deal? A deal? Oh no. What could he possibly have in mind? I need these two men to leave so that my customers will return. I've been unable to get them to do so. Sorry, I just had to toss away something. If you can get them to go, I will tell you a secret about that couple, Vita and Monty. A secret? I can't promise this secret will be useful to you, but I suspect you will find it interesting. Well, do we have a deal? I don't know how much we can trust him, but we need to talk to those guys anyway, so... Deal. Talk to me after you succeeded. Very well. Alright. Gentlemen! Could I have your attention, please? I have here 2 beers that are just desperately seeking some attention. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna work. Excuse me! My short game is far better than yours. They want to use 3-putt every hole. Ahem. Excuse me! What? What do you want? Can't you see we're talking here? Yeah, what's the big idea, punk? Whoa, whoa! Well, I'm sorry. It's just, I've been trying to get your attention for a little while now. Huh. Is that so? Well, I apologize for my companion's utter rudeness. His manners are as questionable as his game. That's what I... You know what? Those kooky outfits, you're probably on the money there, B. My manners? My game? Why, I gotta... Wow, I actually got his mannerism right. If you don't mind me asking, what were you two talking about? Oh, it's nothing important. My friend Palmer here seems to think his short game is superior to mine, when he can't hit a green inside 100 to save his life. Hey, at least I can putt, Dennis. You make a mockery of the greens with the amount of strokes you take. Ricky, do you know what they're talking about? Come now, my girl. What else will we be talking about? Golf, of course. Can you not tell by the way we're dressed? Arnold Palmer? I actually don't know that name. Oh, that does make sense. Anyway, you said you were trying to get our attention, yes? What do you need? We need to talk about yesterday. You two were in the lounge car around this time yesterday, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Do either of you remember seeing me and another woman there? We were sitting at the booth. Let me think. Thinking? Nope. No recollection at all. Famous golfer, famous drink named after him. Half iced tea, half lemonade. Oh, thanks for the trivia. Damn. Also, I know for a fact that the composer is also like a big retro game music nerd, and I can definitely tell this track is inspired by SNES golf games. Oh, that's glorious. You sure you can't tell us anything? But we were right there. You two were on that couch and... I'm very sorry, miss. You have to understand. When Palmer and I are engaged in passionate debate, there is little else either of us will pay attention to. It's very true, miss. For instance, yesterday I do believe we were having a spirited discussion about which club is better off the tee, the driver or the 3-wood. It's the 3-wood! With 3-wood, it's fairways and greens all day, baby! The driver is too inaccurate. Damn, that's actually a hot take. Yeah, maybe for a shank artist like yourself it is. Nothing compares to the raw power of the driver. Nothing! You're calling me a shank artist? And you're in the woods on half of your drives. You gotta let the big dog eat, Palmer. He's hungry. The big dog is wild, Dennis. He can't be tamed. Ricky, are they still talking about golf? Metaphorically, yes. They are letting their inner golf chi rage wild. I have no idea. Hey, why don't you settle this for us? What club is better off the tee, the driver or the 3-wood? Oh no, oh no. Yeah, driving with a 3-wood is a choice. Okay, so for the non-golf fans at home, a driver is the biggest, sturdiest golf club that golfers use to send it as far as possible. A 3-wood is a little less than, and it's more or less for more precise power shots. Starting off with a 3-wood is a bit weird. Not gonna lie. I think if I was golfing, I would actually go with just this plain old driver. You gotta send that shit. You gotta send it. It's the driver, baby. Let the big dog eat. Yeah, what did I tell you, Palmer? It's all about power. No, this can't be. Well, that settles that one, doesn't it? Good choice, kid. You have a promising career in this game ahead of you. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah. I was very tempted, but then I remembered my microphone is gonna be, and my every action is gonna be recorded. I do not want to bark. Wow, Ricky, I didn't know you spoke golfer. I've never picked up a golf club in my life. That is untrue. I picked up one once, and then set it down because I was done putting and mini golf. Actually, I have handled real golf clubs before. I think I talked about this once. We had a set that we got from I think it was a garage sale, and we just kind of had it laying about in the back room, and so I used to play with it all the time, like just using plastic balls. Those plastic balls would get demolished immediately working with real steel, but it was fun. Well, I seem to have caused a rift here. Anyway, let's talk about yesterday a bit more. Sorry, don't remember. Oh, great. They got nothing. I can't believe it. Another dead end. Of all the people who could have seen you yesterday, it just had to be these weirdos. What a waste. Let's not give up just yet. They may not remember seeing us yesterday, but... Yeah, he does. It's like... It's really like we just destroyed him. It was like those scenes in Phoenix Wright where you just destroy their excuse completely. Maybe they know something else that's helpful. But let's keep talking with them for a bit. Good God. Dahlia brought this up before, but they took a lot of reference photos for facial features, and I've seen one other person do that, and it works wonders. What is it? Rude Jack Art, who does these crazy Smash Bronx animations. A lot of his stuff is based off of like images he snaps on his phone of his face, and he's got this very distinguished looking face. Not distinguished, distinct looking face, and it translates so well to his art. I'm not so sure these guys know much about anything other than golf. Okay. Let me take a sip. Alright. Fellas, do you know anything about a missing woman? We're trying to look for her. Can't say I recall seeing a woman like that. Me neither. Why do you ask? Alright. Great. Thanks for the help, fellas. We're looking for a missing ring. We seem to have misplaced it. What's that? Do I wear a ring? Absolutely not. Doing so would interfere with my grip. I don't even wear a glove. Like most golfers. You can't possibly control the club unless you can feel it with your bare hands. Says the guy who complains about blisters after every round. I do no such thing. Oh yes you do. How many times do I have to tell you? You're gripping the club far too tightly. I don't think they have the ring. Alright. Can we talk about you folks real quick? You want to know about Power and I, eh? There's not much to tell. We're from London. Damn it! Ah, they're British. They're British. Nuts. And I was giving you such fun accents too. Alright. We're from London. Vendreka was the last leg of our trip. A dramatic and exciting tour for all the best golf courses in Europe. Well, that's what it was supposed to be, anyway. Yeah, first the airline lost our clubs in France. Then we got mugged in Switzerland. We tracked down the thieves to Austria and got our wallets back. And then our rental car broke down. We hitchhiked with a elderly couple for a while, but they kicked us out somewhere in Slovakia for ruining their vacation. Finally, we walked across the hills for a few days until we were in Vendreka. And lo and behold, we came across the last golf course we intended to play on our trip. It was a miracle! At least, it was, until it started thunderstorming. All told, we managed to play about 3 holes in 2 weeks, but what a 3 holes they were! I've never played with such consistency before! Such grace! 2 birdies and an eagle! Oh God. Oh God, this is... I'm sorry to do this to you, Dahlia. I've never played with such consistency before! Such grace! 2 birdies and an eagle! I drifted into freaking... I drifted into Speedwagon. Oh no. I drifted into JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Speedwagon. Anyway. I hit every green, sank every long pot. I'll never play that great again in my life. Never! What do you think, Ricky? Speedwagon is a good character. I got nothing. Yeah, JoJo's reference. I am still struggling to work through that. Alright. Fellas, do you know anything about an old man that was here yesterday? Eh? An old man? You see a ton of old men on the golf course, let me tell you. It's true. Golf is one of the few sports you can still play in old age. I'll take that as a no. Alright, fellas. Here's what you really want to talk about. What can you tell me about golf? Do I There's too much reverb. I need to turn that down if I want to use it as internal monologue. Do I really want to ask them about this? We might end up being here all day. Not great. Let's ask them about something else. Okay. Saying she's gone missing, huh? You're saying she's gone missing, huh? That's intriguing. I don't know. I really don't think this is a good idea. Alright, just in case we lose time because of this. Surely this would just be a waste of time, right? You. Huh? Ooh, me? I can see it in your eyes. Do you see it too, Palmer? Yes, I see it. You want to know more about golf, do you not? Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, no, no. Well, there's nothing we can tell you. There's not? Golf is a game about feel, kid. Until you grip that club with your hands, take a swing and watch that ball fly, you'll simply never understand. It would be a waste of time talking golf with an amateur such as yourself. That's right, a complete waste of time. I couldn't agree more. However, I do see potential in you. A spark of something in your eyes, however small. If you'd like, I'd be happy to administer my patented golfer's aptitude test to see what skills may be lying dormant in your soul. Well, what do you say? It'll only take a minute. Do I really want to do this? Bring it on. Wonderful. Now if you'll just close your eyes. What? Now, I'd like for you to clear your mind. Forget your surroundings. There's nothing but the sound of my voice. I want you to imagine the sounds of a warm summer day. A nice breeze, birds chirping, insects buzzing, cars going by in the distance. Vroom, vroom. Okay. I can hear it. Now, allow an image to form in your mind. From a humble tee box, a vast expanse of fairway stretches before you on a clear, sunny afternoon. Maybe something like this? I'm gonna turn down the reverb a bit. Hold on. I might be able to do this on the fly. What a lovely venue. These guys are giving Cruella de Vil's henchmen in 101 Dalmatians. That's a great insult. Actually, damn. Okay, there we go. I just want something like this. Nope. Yeah, actually sounds, way too much. Yeah, this is about right. Alright, just in case we need something like that. Okay. Good. Now, for the most important part. You take your driver out of your bag and place a tee in the soft grass in front of you. You place a ball on the tee. You are going to take a swing. This will require focus, concentration. Your goal? A straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Nah, we don't need the reverb. Now, imagine the form your swing will take. You must perfectly time the moment of impact, achieving the perfect balance of power and precision. Can you visualize what such a thing may look like in the Don't do this to me. No, don't do this to me. No, don't you dare bring back the power meter. Don't do this to me. I don't know. How about something like... Wait, I got it. No, you bastards. No, don't do this to me. No. I spent my time in Madden 98. I don't need to do this again. Come on. Aha. Perfect. The moment is almost at hand. When you feel the timing is right, swing! There will be no delay, no hesitation. You just have one shot to get it right. Remember, golf is a mental game. Don't overthink it, just feel it out. Well, are you ready? This is really stupid, but I won't back down from a challenge. I'll show you, just watch. All right, let's do it. Alright, let's just take a second to collect myself. Just need to take a nice, easy swing. Man, what if I miss? I never swung a club before. I don't even know what a good swing looks like. Oh no! Overthinking it! Damn it, he warned me not to! Why didn't I just take the shot? Ah! Mother... Well, how did I do? You hit a mean slice! Well struck, but it veered way right into a bunker. Gonna have a tough approach. Oh, that's the worst. Nobody likes hitting into a fairway bunker. I think that was pretty good, Ricky. You hit it pretty hard. Yeah, I was in the orange. I could tell. I shouldn't have focused. Damn it, I had a chance. But that would have been an easy slice out of a bunker, and then I could maybe make it onto the green in like 2 more strokes. Yeah, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. I think that was pretty good, Ricky. You hit it pretty hard. Yeah, but I think I can do better. Give me another shot. Give me another shot. Ah, wonderful. Give me a second chance, you bastards. Visualize the fairway, and now we take the shot. Let's do it. Yeah, in the red! Best color! Well, how did I do? Hey, not bad, kid. That was a pretty straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Wow, good job! When I took this challenge, it took me over 100 tries to hit a shot that good. Now, it could be beginner's luck, but still, I'm mildly impressed. There may be a future for you in this game after all. Wow, great job, Ricky. Who knew you were such a natural? Maybe I should invest in a set of clubs. Wait, what am I saying? No. We need to stop getting distracted. Well, thank you for the lovely game of golf, gentlemen. I think you're right, Ricky. This hasn't been very helpful. Yeah, so where do we go from here? I have no idea. Maybe we should try investigating somewhere else for a bit. He's definitely the leader. Alright. I will... Save scum? No. We don't save scum here. We do sometimes. Specifically for Donkey Kong Country, but we don't save scum everywhere else. Hey, kid. This missing woman you're talking about. Yeah? What's the deal with that, exactly? You've piqued my curiosity, I must say. Yeah, mine too. Alright. I see. So you met a woman on the train who then subsequently vanished without a trace. And nobody seems to remember her except you. What's with a smirk? What's with the double smirk? Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Palmer? Yes, Dennis. I believe I am. What? What are you thinking? This, my boy, sounds like murder. Murder? Okay, alright, so y'all decided to finally understand the situation you're in. I know what you're thinking. I know what you were thinking. Oh, these guys, all they talk about is golf, golf, golf. Well, I've got news for you! Dennis and I are well-rounded individuals. We have many diverse interests and hobbies. That's right, and one of those interests just happens to be murder. Yeah, and you know, killing. You just said that out loud. I hope you understand that. Oh, don't give me that look. We're just interested in the subject, that's all. We don't do any killing ourselves. No, that would be crazy. Wild. Why do I not feel reassured? You see, Palmer and I have spent many years thinking about the perfect murder. Yeah, I was gonna say, if crime podcasts were in this era, they would be listening right now. We've read hundreds of detective stories, seen all the good mystery films, researched countless real-life cases. Many such stories involve trains just like this one, you know. There's not a single mystery scenario we haven't heard of. None at all. This missing woman of yours, I can only think of a few theories. Let's assume that the young lady is correct, and she did in fact meet this woman yesterday. That only leaves a few possibilities. Shall I list them all? Emma? Sure, let's hear it. Oh, God. You gotta hate armchair detectives. You know, those weirdos that act like they know how to read a room or how to investigate a murder mystery because they've read several hundred Encyclopedia Brown books, the entire compendium of Sherlock Holmes mysteries, a couple episodes of Columbo. Those weirdos. Me. I'm talking about me. This is a call-out post. Yet again, I've been called out by a game, this particular game, twice now. Theory number 1. This woman has been missing since yesterday, yes? Hard to believe she could be missing for a whole day if she really existed. Precisely, Palmer, precisely. It'd be awfully hard to hide a person, or a body, on a train. So logically, this suggests our missing woman isn't on the train anymore. Correct, yes, yes, young lady, you said that you met this woman on the back platform of the observation car, yes? That's right. Why, I can't think of no better place on this train to meet a potential victim. When we're at max speed, falling off the rear of the train would certainly kill a person. Ah, yes, if I were a killer and I saw my victim there, all it would take is a little push. Yep, you wouldn't find her for weeks. Pleasant to think about. Truly pleasant to think about, fellas. What's your other theory? Actually, I just had a thought. Wasn't this woman in distress when you met her, by chance? Was this woman in distress when you met her by any chance? Seemingly troubled. Yeah, kind of. Oh. Where have I heard something like this? I think it was in a movie. I would also like to say I am also guilty of being really hyped for the newest Knives Out mystery, which comes out on December 10th. 12th? 10th, I forget. 12th, I think. And I don't know how to what to do with myself about it. I feel like a watch along, but at the same time, no, I shouldn't, because I like to enjoy my movies in peace. Sorry, nerding out. Oh, I don't know, but I recall hearing about someone who attempted suicide by jumping off the back platform of a train observation car. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Well, at any rate, I suppose that too is a possibility. Ha ha ha! Yeah, we don't really want to think about that, do we, Emma? Maybe we should stop. Gentlemen, I'm gonna give you... Actually... Emma, you good? We don't have to keep listening to this if you're uncomfortable with it, Emma. No, it's fine. I really don't want to think the worst, but we can't ignore the possibility either. The only way we'll uncover the truth is if we keep pushing forward. So let's hear out their other theories, Ricky. They may give us some ideas. Okay, if you say so. Alright, what's theory number 3, gentlemen? Theory number 2. I thought we were on 3. Though it's unlikely, let's say this woman is still on the train somewhere, alive or dead, doesn't matter. Either way, if I wanted to hide a body somewhere on the train, where could it never be found? And where could I do so? Oh, I know! The bathroom! The bathroom? Don't be tense, Palmer. People are always in and out of the bathroom. How on earth could that be a good hiding spot? Oh, yeah. I guess that's true. There is only one place where a person could be hidden without any passengers or attendants eventually finding her, and that is the storage car. Oh. Oh, of course! In somebody's luggage! Precisely. Though porters will inspect the storage car periodically, they most certainly do not check inside every box and crate on board. A body could be smuggled off the train in such a crate, and we'd all be none the wiser. Well, what do you think of that? That's actually a good theory. Alright, Emma's fired up. That's not bad. That's not bad. Although a body would be starting to rot after a day. So I think the porters would be able to tell. What's theory number 3 on this shenanigans wild ride? And now, finally, theory number 3. Well, I don't have a theory number 3, but I bet you're still wondering, if this woman really was here, why is everyone on board denying her existence? Well, my friends, it really is quite simple. It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy? That's right, Palmer. And the entire train must be in on it. A la Murder on the Orient Express. I should shut up. Unless she's still alive and shoved into a crate. Also true. That's spoilers, sorry. Aha, yes. I think I have this all figured out. The woman you met was an English spy. Spy? Yes, a spy, collecting evidence on the nefarious plans of the Vendrekan government on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen. I can see it so clearly. This woman has been a target of the Vendrekans for weeks. But alas, they couldn't get to her before she boarded the train, so they had to improvise. All of the train's attendants, even the bartender, maybe even the passengers, they're all Vendrekan agents. Every last one of them is in on it. Though they couldn't prevent this poor girl from meeting the woman before they offed her, so they could just pretend that she never existed. It's so simple! Yes, I see it. By agreeing she never existed, it's the girl who sounds like the crazy one. It's the perfect crime. Well, don't just stand there giving me that stupefied look. What do you think? Emma, I think they're right. I think you may have gone a bit too far in a few places with this theory, Dennis. Well, I liked it anyway. Dennis, wait! Look at the time! What's that? Oh, bollocks! They're about to tee off! Apologies, but Polymer and I must go back to our cabin. The British Open broadcast has already begun, and we will not miss a stroke. I hope I didn't spook you too bad with my murderous theories. It's all just in good fun, right? Good luck, and remember, may your drives be straight. And your chips be in. Good luck! New theory. Aliens came and abducted her off the train. Anything goes in these old mysteries. Well, you can't say they're lacking in imagination. I guess so. But was any of that helpful? I don't know that I buy any of their more outlandish theories, but they did bring up a few good points. If someone were trying to hide her, the storage car definitely would be a good place to do so. And, as much as I don't want to admit it, we can't exactly rule out what they said about the observation car either. Not necessarily that she was murdered, but... Do you really think she'd do that? I don't know. I don't really want to believe it, but... I just kept thinking about what she said to me. About how she didn't deserve any kindness. Oh, I hope she's okay. How about we check out the storage car for clues? Yeah, good idea. But before we do that... Oh, wait, right. That's right. The bartender said he'd tell us a secret if we got rid of those guys, right? Wonder what it is. Alright. I clear them. Finally, we have less suspects. I have nothing to say to you! What the... Oh, excuse me! Oh, that's a terrible accent. Ricky! I think that was him! The old man I saw yesterday! That's not... Oh, I know who this is. That's not how I was expecting that conversation to go. Detective? I didn't read that. I said that. I said... Oh! Hello again, you two. How's your investigation going? Hello, Detective. Yes, hello. Who's that old man you were chasing? Well, as you both know, I'm trying to speak to everyone on this train as part of my investigation. But with that guy, I barely got one word out of him before he brushed me off and went running. It's a nerve. You think he may be involved? I have no idea, but he definitely seems suspicious to me now. How's your investigation going, Detective? Not great, huh? I guess that means it isn't going too well. What about the missing woman? Any new leads? So, how about your missing woman? Has she turned up? No, not yet. That's too bad. Looks like neither of us are finding much success in our investigations, huh? Well, don't give up. I believe in you. I know you can figure it out. Alright. Let's see what Daltrey and the bartender have to say, Ricky. Yep, you got it. Didn't even have a chance to catch his name. Who knows where he's off to now? Oh well, I guess I'll just have to corner him later. I did see him in the observation car last night. Maybe a train attendant over there knows something about him. I'd love to stay and chat longer, but, well, I have a lot of ground to cover, and not a whole lot of time to do it. If I get back home to the station empty-handed, whoo boy, my bosses will not be happy. Say, you two came here with an older gentleman, right? Your professor? Oh, you mean Professor Martin? Why, would you like to speak with him? Well, I have to get around to it eventually. He seems like a nice fellow. Could you point me in the direction of his cabin by chance? Sure, he's in the third sleeping car, in the last cabin. Fantastic. Thank you. You two, good luck you two. Knock him dead out there. Coming from a homicide detective, that's not really reassuring. There he goes. I'd like to find out a little bit more about that old man. Alright, bartender. Pour me a drink, bartender. Alright, we took care of your problem. The sound of silence. Music to my ears. Thank you. Now, the secret. Those two, the wealthy couple, are not as wealthy as they appear. They're not? That would explain why they were so dodgy about the money problem. They were at one time, sure. But now? No, they are most certainly broke. But if they're broke, how can they afford such a luxurious suite? I assure you, appearances can be very deceiving. The husband, Monty, some time ago, he was a rather well-known in Vendreka as a performer. Sometime later, he was well-known as a tabloid curiosity. And now? Well, now he's not much known at all. What kind of a performer was he? He was... I've said enough, I think. Oh, come on, tell us! No, I think that will do. Come on, Ricky. Keep pressing him. He has to tell us. Bartender, I swear to God. Pour me a drink and make sure there's a nice little bit of info in there. Persistent, are we? It's not like it's a big secret. If you intend to continue investigating, I suspect it will become quite obvious what the man's profession was. Alright, how about this? Another deal? Well, we saw cards in his... He has a top hat. He is short, had a cape, he had cards in his dresser. He's a magician. That's my guess. I will soon be going on break, but later this evening, I will be back in this spot. When I return, if you can tell me the man's former occupation, I will tell you the rest of his sad, pathetic story. Is that all? What's in it for you? Nothing for me this time. To tell you the truth, I'm just having a bit of fun. It's up to you. If you'd like to know a little more, well, you'll know where to find me. Rats. Return this evening with Monty's occupation, and I'll tell you his story. Well, looks like we have a few more options to consider about where to go next now. Dennis suggested that the storage car would be a good place to hide a person, so we should definitely check that out. That old man was apparently hanging out in the observation car last night, too. Maybe we can find some clues about him there. Oh, and don't forget that we still have to try talking to Vita and Monty. Especially now that the bartenders agreed to tell us more about them. If we can figure out Monty's former job. It's up to you, Ricky. Where do you want to go first? Now this would be a time to save scum, but I'm not going to. Let's check on Vita and Monty. Shit, time passes by. Nope, we're good. Monty! Oh, hello, Monty. How are you doing? Still the silent treatment, eh? What are you, a ventriloquist dummy? I'm sorry, that's very rude. It doesn't look like Vita is here. Oh boy, this should be interesting. How are you doing, Monty? Have you been enjoying your trip? nice weather we're having, no? A mime? Could be, honestly. Mimes are mute performers. And that could have been because he was born without a tongue or something like that. Well, I hope you're having a nice day. What are we doing? Hey, Monty, is Veda out? Oh, okay, so he can hear us. That's the good news. I wonder where she is. Hey, Monty, do you remember that ring we showed you and your wife yesterday? We seem to have misplaced it. You wouldn't happen to have seen it, have you? I guess that's a no. What about Veda? Do you think she might know do you think she knows where it might be? How can you tell if a man who doesn't speak is lying? Thank you. Thank you. I endeavor to emulate the sound of silence perfectly. Alright. Sorry for disturbing you, Monty. Wait. I know! How about this? Maybe to talk to someone who doesn't speak, you have to communicate silently. Let's try talking to him without saying a word. Maybe he'll open us to it, somehow. Sure. Okay. What does that even mean? Alright, just humor her, Ricky. What's the worst that could happen? And then they said nothing. It's like we're trying to communicate telepathically. I feel like I can hear what he's thinking. Something along the lines of, I wish these stupid people would leave me alone. Yeah, something like that. I don't think that was helpful, Ricky. Yeah, I apologize for disturbing you, sir. I hope you have a good day. Any more bright ideas? Hey, at least I tried something. You can't fault me for thinking outside the box. I don't hear you coming up with any better ideas. Well, she has me there. While we're here, maybe we can have a quick look around. You don't think Monty will mind? I mean, what's he gonna do? Tell us to stop? I guess not, but still, let's not go too far. I don't want to invade their privacy. If you see anything interesting, maybe you could try asking him about it. This guy is impossible to read. Must be a way to get him to open up to us somehow. Maybe it'd be easier without Vita here. I actually want to talk about this. It's a jewelry case. We know it has some random playing cards in the bottom drawer. I'm curious about them, but I don't want Monty to know we looked inside. A deck of playing cards. Maybe Monty's a professional gambler. Well, if he can't tell us anything, maybe he'll at least play a round of Texas Hold'em with us. Hey, I'm down. I don't think we need to ask him about the plant. No point in asking Monty about the painting. Sorry, Monty. Wait, the hat. It's a goofy hat. Can't imagine he'll have anything to say about this, but... Well, he doesn't have much to say about anything, does he? This is where Emma and I found the ring yesterday. I wonder if Monty would tell us anything, if anything else has been in this cabin, besides him and Vita. Anyone, sorry. Hey, that pill bottle's... Well, that pill bottle's gone, yeah. Guess I can ask him about the jewelry case. Nothing here. The hats. I don't think the bed is important. Yeah, very much so. Bed isn't here. Atmosphere around here feels a lot friendlier without her, honestly. Bartender said Vita and Monty are broke. But if that's true, how on earth can they afford this room? Alright. Let's talk about your... That's a nice looking top hat. I gotta admit, as a connoisseur of hats myself, it looks very impressive. Is it 100% wool? Or is there like some sort of satin liner in it? Is that your hat, Monty? Ooh, so it is. Shush. 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 You nerd out about acrylics all the time. You worry about consistency, paint thinner, how many brush strokes. I could do a call-out post right here and now, but I'm not going to. Nerd. Great insight. Thank you. That's a nice jewelry case. Must be a lot of expensive jewelry in there, huh? Did you just ask a man if the hat he is wearing is his hat? No, the hat on the, Alright, so you're a graphite nerd, so sue me. There's a hat right behind his left shoulder that's just sitting on a chair. I don't think this line of questioning will be useful. You hate me because I'm right. Oh, good. It's hard to tell. A little bit. That wouldn't happen to be a deck of many things, right? It's just a standard 52 card. Ooh. That reaction seemed different. Oh, he don't want to talk about it. Hey, Monty, by any chance has anyone else been in this cabin besides you and Vita? Yeah, that's a dumb question. Come on, you can tell us. It can be our little secret, right? Oh, come on, Ricky. Don't patronize him. Alright, fine. Monty had a weird reaction when I brought up these cards. Maybe I should show them to him and see what he does. What's this? Do you want me to give you the deck? Oh, we're about to get a free show. Sure. Here you go. Nice. He's shuffling the deck? 5, Jack, 9, King, A7. I think he wants us to pick a card, Ricky. Ooh. Alright, pick a card, any card, and I shall magically return it to you. Okay. Let's see here. Is that the Ace of Spades I see? I picked that one. The Ace of Clubs, damn it. Wait a minute. Eight of Spades, 5 of Diamonds, Jack of Clubs, King of Spades. Oh. I might have picked the right card. Oh, Ricky, I know what this is. This is one of those card tricks. We picked a card without him knowing what it was, and now he's shuffling back into the deck. and somehow, miraculously, he'll be able to find your card again. Well, he did it! Well, what do you know? He got it. That was it! He found it! Wow, that's incredible, Monty! Well, thank you for the free show, good gentleman. Oh, Monty, my aching head! Uh-oh. Monty, this migraine is so painful. I'm seeing spots, but if I'm correct, are those two irksome children lurking in our cabin again? If they are here, could you please make them leave immediately? Oh, I simply cannot tolerate any intrusions right now. Oh, my head! You got it, Monty. I think we should go, Ricky. Yeah, I think you're right. Thank you for your time, Monty. Yeah. Yep, he is a magician. Alright. I guess we should go to the lounge car then. Get some idea on that old man. And now time progresses, I'm sure. Oh, my bad. It's totally empty in here. I guess the word hasn't gotten out that the golfers left. We have this place all to ourselves. Not much point in sticking around here. Let's come back later this evening, when the bartender's back from break. Got it. Observation car, that's right. Storage car, observation car. The old man, or the theory that there might be something suspicious back there? I want to talk with somebody about the old man. Or... I'm really curious about the storage car. It's kind of dark in here. Hang on, I think there's another light switch. Ah, that's better. So everybody's luggage is stored here, right? Right. The storage cars are for any luggage that's too big to carry on. It wasn't a problem for us, but it's useful for anyone who needs more space. Or for a really large cargo. I'll be honest, Ricky. I don't even know where to start. Do you? Give me a second. Do you really think she could be in here somewhere? I have no idea, Emma, but it couldn't hurt to look around, right? Yeah, okay. Let's get started. Man, there's so much junk in here. That you did, yeah, I remember the DM. Congratulations on your gotcha luck. We better make sure we inspect each side thoroughly. Ah, there's the golfers. Okay. This looks like a bad Halloween costume. You know, like a chic ghost. Well, let's see what's underneath. A suit of armor. Hello? Ding, ding, ding. Is there anybody in there? No, it seems like it's empty. Bummer. I thought maybe she'd be inside. Why would she be in there? Did she say she was a knight of the round table? Oh, I don't know, Ricky. Maybe I'm just getting desperate. Jeez, yeah, we need to lay off. 2 sets of golf clubs. I guess these belong to Dennis and Palmer. But didn't they say their clubs were stolen by the Mafia or something? Maybe they bought new sets when they finally got to Vendreka. As a souvenir. Who travels with a suit of armor? A historian, maybe. Or someone just eccentric. So that might be Vita and... that might be Vita and Monty's. What's under this? Whatever this is, it's pretty big. Help me pull off this cloth. This is... a cage? Ingo got home. Okay, at least one of the railroad twins got back. What do you think it's for? Looks big enough to hold a large animal, like a tiger or something. If that's what it's for, then where's the tiger? Unless it escaped? Ah, Ricky, over there! What? There's nothing there. I'm sorry, that was mean. But still, what is this cage for? It's a large cage. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting there. Alright. Let's continue playing Luigi's Mansion real quick. Shake this one. A guitar too, interesting. What on earth could this possibly be? Let's just pull off this cloth. Ha! What are we, a traveling history exhibit? Of course it did. Is that what I think it is? Why is there a guillotine on this train? Emma! Ah! What is it? Ricky, there's a head in that basket. A head? I think I'm gonna be sick. Wait, I think... Oh, my goodness. Okay, yeah, this head is just a model. It looked like it came off a dummy or something. In fact, on closer inspection, I'm not sure this is even a real guillotine. The blade is dull. I think this whole thing is just some kind of prop. What kind of person needs a guillotine as a prop? Oh! This is all props for somebody's movie. That would explain the knight's armor and the guillotine. So it's a French drama of some kind. Looks like a guitar case. Don't you play guitar, Ricky? Actually, yes! Not often, but I do. Not really. I mean... To the developers of Detective Instinct, farewell, my beloved. Would you kindly please stop calling me out? Not really. I mean, I could play a few chords, I guess, but I was never very good. Hey, I'm better. I know. I'm better than that. I'm better than plays once a month. I'm better than that. Shush. Shush. Aw, don't say that. You should play me something. Are you nuts? I'm not going to rummage through someone's belongings just to embarrass myself. God damn it. It might be me. Yeah, I guess you're right. I should have known better. I still think you're probably better than you're giving yourself credit for, though. Shush, you and everybody else I know. I know, okay, when I'm in a recording environment, I can actually riff pretty good. But in Rocksmith, I am dog shit. And that may just be because I cannot follow those patterns all that well. Do not make me fight back. Do not make me fight back. And yes, you too could get a fantastic looking art like this skeleton before you right now if you head over to Ko-Fi/TboniDraws to commission your very own Tboni art right now. Yes, sir, and it is for rock bottom prices because Tboni here is still working on gathering commissions. So, if you have less than $100, you can be sure that you can afford Tboni's services. Thank you. And also, available on VGen if that's your preferred platform of choice. And if you'd like to see more of TboniDraws' works, you can definitely check them out at Twitter and Blue Sky, and under TboniDraws or Dahlia Inkart, I believe. Thank you. Serves you right for calling me out. Don't. No, it is. I think. I don't remember. Why must I do this to you? Because you do it to me. It's called supporting your friends, and you do it way too much. Alright, back to this. So sorry. So sorry, folks who were really intrigued in the story. What's under this cloth? What's this? Oh! This is all part of Monty's magic act. I have no idea. This is unlike any box I've ever seen. Looks about tall enough for a person to fit inside, but for what purpose? Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's me. Oh? Yeah, let's just say you don't want to be the person who has to step into that box. Yeah, that's a sword box. That is a sword box. At least, not without the proper training. Hey, Ricky. Do you think there's anything odd about all the things that were under cloths? Is that a joke? No, I mean, do they have anything in common that you can think of? Anything in common? A weird box, a prop guillotine, a suit of armor, and a cage. What kind of person might have a use for all four of these things? Let's think. Maybe... Oh, we're going into a tunnel! Oh my goodness! That scared me half to death! Jeez! Right? I knew train whistles were loud, but that was completely deafening. I guess it makes sense, though. The storage car is pretty close to the engine. Hey! You two! What are you doing in here? Huh? What? I think he's a porter, Ricky. Both of you! Show me your boarding passes! Now! Boarding passes? Who just carries those around? Mr. Porter, sir, we left our boarding passes in our cabins. We were just here looking for our luggage. Oh, we don't buy it. That is a deception check failed, Emma. So you two are legitimate passengers, then. I sincerely apologize. It's just, I've been really on edge lately. Or with all the stowaways. Stowaways? That's right! Stowaways! It's becoming a real problem lately. I can't tell you how many people we've found hiding behind luggage in here, trying to hitch a ride to London. Some of them even got as far to steal or forge tickets. Can you believe that? I mean, gosh, are you really that desperate to go to London? The weather there is awful, and don't get me started on the food. I gotta agree with you there. I hear London food is terrible. Or tasteless, I should say. Well, anyway, I'm sorry for blowing up at you. Is there anything I can help you with? Actually, let's talk about those stowaways. What do you mean there's stowaways on this train? You know, we porters aren't supposed to be security guards. Our job is to load and unload luggage, and yet, because of all the stowaways lately, I have to be constantly on alert. And when I see one, it's whammo, blow, pop, blam. You beat them up? No, I usually just alert the police as our destination and have them apprehend them when we arrive. Yeah, we don't honestly trash on London. I hear there's a bunch of people with scary knives there, but in all honesty, I'm sure the UK is a lovely place to visit. Still, it's just such a hassle. The missing woman, have you heard anything about her? A woman has gone missing, you say? Well, if you think she's in here, I'd say that's pretty unlikely. I've been in and out regularly. I haven't seen anything unusual. So about this luggage. Yes, I assisted in loading all the luggage you see here into the storage car. I'm what's called a traveling porter. After loading, it's my job to organize the storage car and to ensure smooth unloading at the next station. It's quite a physically demanding job, but as you can see, I'm quite up for the task. Haha. That whistle was loud, weren't it? Ha! The whistle scare you? Yeah, it comes through pretty loud in here. Frankly, it's loud everywhere on board. So much so that it's hard to hear much else whenever it blows. We often receive complaints about it waking up people in the middle of the night. But it's not just for show, you know. The conductor will blow the whistle for a variety of reasons, all related to safety. Making a wide turn, when the train car stops or starts moving, when we approach a station or a crossing. It probably seems random, but there's a method to the madness. Asked my stepdad for a knife so I wouldn't need to keep running to the back of the store to get a box cutter. He gave me a frickin' beast of a knife. Yeah, that sounds like rural towns for you. Or places in like the hills where you gotta worry about animals. My dad gave me a story, Papa Bones, about how he went out to do some field work. And I shit you not, his driver was packing a .45, and he told him it's purely for the wildlife out in Tejas. Crazy shit. Not a... Oh god, was it a machete? I don't know. Anytime I whip it out of my pocket to open a box, it always scares the old man in the store. I mean... yeah... This guy looks pretty tough. Definitely don't want to get on his bad side. You mentioned that some stowaways have fake or stolen tickets, right? That's right! The crafty ones realized it'd be awfully hard to stay hidden on the train for the entire ride, so they came prepared. Oh, it's a pocket. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can imagine that would be concerning. I used to pack a Swiss Army knife, and that got the job done most of the time, and nobody really batted an eye at it. One time, though, there was a lot of threatening stuff happening at my local... I should actually not share this story. Usually, with some kind of fraudulent ticket, they'll then pretend to be legitimate passengers. Awfully crafty, but not crafty enough. You see, I am always carrying around a list of registered passengers, so it's very easy to cross-reference a suspicious passenger with the list. Of course, that only works if I'm able to identify anybody that's acting suspicious. Which isn't all that often, if I'm being honest. Say, how about this? I'm sure you've met plenty of people on this train, no? If you meet anyone suspicious, tell me their name and I'll cross-check it with my list. Maybe we can catch the criminal in the act. You have any ideas of who to ask him about, Ricky? I can think of a few people. Alright. I think we know the answer to these folks, but what about Veda and Monty? Yes, I have a Veda and Monty registered together. It says here they're in a luxury suit. Lucky. Alright, let me have a quick look. How big is this pocket knife? Oh, yeah, like a survival knife. I guess that's a little threatening, but to me, that's just kind of like par for the course if you gotta do it yourself. Man. It's, it's a substantial knife. I'll give you that. Like that, the fact that stays. Okay, no, hold on. I need to double check this in my head. In regards to your hand. Yeah, okay, that's a mugger's knife. What are you doing? What are you doing? Opening boxes with a serrated blade, with like not a serrated blade, but like a blade edge that big, bro. Just buy a Swiss Army knife. Then you can actually use it for other shit. Damn. That is metal as hell. You and I are the same height. Yes, yes, I know. It's a big blade, damn. Well, yeah, like I said, I highly suggest maybe consider hell no, I am not 6'4". Neither of us are 6 anything. I'm like 5'5". Dahlia here might be 5'6", according to Dahlia, who lords it over me every chance she gets. But I'm a pretty small dude, not gonna lie. 5'7", whatever. It says 5'6" on my license, and I might have lied about it because Cake keeps telling me that he might be 5'6", so I might be 5'5", and that really does a wonderful number on my ego, for sure. Congrats! You can actually reach the cookie jar. Well done. Alright. What about Detective Daltrey? I don't have a Daltrey registered, but you're talking about that detective, right? Ugh, what an ordeal that was. He strolled up to the train yesterday and just walked on board. No ticket or anything! He didn't even tell us who he was. We almost had security throw him off before he finally showed us his badge. Honestly, what was he expecting? I would have liked to seen that. Alright. Dennis and Palmer, the golf boys. Yep. Looks like both Dennis and Palmer are registered together. They're sharing a single cabin, it seems like. That's got to be rough. The bed in a single is pretty small, but sometimes people do it to save money, which I get. Ah, so they're bunking together and then some. Damn. Alright. Shush you. Both of you. Maybe. Who knows? They are both passionate about golf. They do have that in common. Alright. Time to go to the observation car. We probably could have talked there a bit more. Whoa. Whoa! Who are these guys? You can check Dahlia's rates online if you like. Just know that Dahlia does also have a part-time job that is very demanding, especially during the Christmas season, so if there are any commissions you have in mind, heed that warning. Wow, this is actually kind of a cool spot. This is the observation car, Ricky. The last car of the train. The view here is really wonderful, isn't it? The outside platform in the back is such a neat feature. It's also where I first met that woman. That's not part-time, and I keep telling you that, but you know, you take those extra hours because you need the money. So I'm not gonna argue with you. Let's see if anyone knows anything about her or that old man. Who are we talking to, Ricky? Let's survey the area first. Alright. Alright, so first, the gentleman on the right. This guy seems very engrossed in this newspaper. Be perfect. Yes. What the hell are you talking about, Mr. Ratchet? Yeah, that's 32 hours plus is considered full-time. But I think Dahlia's loophole is that Dahlia takes on extra shifts at work. And it's not because management is giving her those hours. Don't worry about it. Dahlia can supposedly take it, but I'm deeply concerned about her every day. I'm deeply concerned about her every day. And it will never go away. Because we're friends. I just need to meet one man on this train who hates someone in his life as much as I hate my father. Yes, then we can simply trade murders. Oh yes, we can never get caught. The frick, man? Why are you saying that to yourself out loud? Jeez. That kind of sucks, Dahlia. Let's... Yeah. Ricky, do you think we should talk to him? I think we should keep our distance from that guy. How about you, homie, who's got a sweater and sunglasses on? Hey, peace and love, man. Peace and love. I'm sorry, were you talking to me? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this. Sure, man. Sure, man. Peace and love. Come on, say it with me. How about I just think on it? Damn it, I should have noticed how he's... That's Ringo. Well, alright. If that's what floats your submarine. Peace and love. Peace and love. Frick, that was a Beatles reference and I screwed it up. Well, I think that's a pretty nice message. Let's talk to someone else now, please. Alright. You in the back there. There's a train attendant. Yeah, 1000% Ringo. I should have noticed. That's not a mouth. That's a nose and a mustache. Peace and love. Peace and love. That's also his catchphrase whenever he's doing media posts. At least that's what I've heard. There's a train attendant. We should ask her some questions. Excuse me. Oh, hello. How can I help you? Wow. I'm not gonna say that. That's also a Beatles reference. These Van Drecken girls really knock me out. Ooh. Yeah, this is... Wait, that's a different lyric. That's back in the USSR. These people are fans of the Beatles. Wow. And I thought I was the one who was designated old guy in my friend group. Not that liking the Beatles doesn't makes you old. It's just like, damn, Beatles mania has gone on forever then. All right, ma'am, we'd like to report a missing woman, and we're wondering if you know anything about her. Huh? No, I don't think I've seen any woman like that. What can you tell us about the observation car here? Oh, isn't it so nice here? I just love how pretty the views out their windows are. I specifically requested to be stationed here. It's my favorite place on the train. Well, you're lucky that you get to choose where you work. 80% of people don't. What about this outside platform? The outside platform is a really unique feature of this train. They were common many years ago, but today it's very rare. Do you think it could be dangerous? Dangerous? No, I wouldn't say so. The guard rating is pretty high. You'd have to really try to fall off. Granted, if you did, you'd probably be seriously injured, or worse. But I don't think it's very likely. We've seen an old man on this train here. What can you tell us about him? An old man? Can you describe him for me? He's kind of short, gray hair, wearing a brown suit, I think. Oh, you must be Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher? What about Fisher? Mr. Fisher was here just last night. Oh, he's such a sweet man. What can you tell us about him? Oh, we talked for what felt like hours last night. He is a real charmer. He told me he's going to London to see his daughter and her family. He said his daughter just had a baby, and he's very excited to meet her. Oh, isn't it just adorable? Very. Congrats to him on becoming a grandfather. We lost a ring around here. You lost a wedding ring? Oh no, how are you going to propose now? Wait, hold on. You're jumping to conclusions here, ma'am. No, the ring isn't mine. It's just something we found on the train and then lost again. Oh, phew. You would have been in some serious trouble if that were yours. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'll keep an eye out. I need some water. Oh, yeah. I don't know if the water's helping at this point. You want to know about me? Gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't think this is necessary, Ricky. Do I detect some jealousy, Emma? I don't know. I think this is rather important. How about you ask something important, Ricky? I am doing this purely to piss her off, not because I'm interested. Is my water cold? Nope. Alright. Anything more? I'm so sorry. I don't know. This is my favorite place on the train. It's starting to become mine, too. Oh? Yeah, I would love to, but then I would have to step away and brew some. Don't worry, we only got a little bit longer to go. Yeah, I know. She is picking up what... she is picking up on what apparently I'm trying to do. Look, we're only gonna be on this train, what, 3 days? You can't fault me for trying, Emma. You can, actually. You can absolutely fault me for trying during a murder investigation. The outside platform isn't really dangerous. Okay, I think we've talked about everything. Oh, you're looking for him? Well, I'm not quite sure where he's staying on the train, but you should come back here in a few hours. He told me he'd come back tonight. I asked him to tell me where he grew up. I think he said he's from Ganbrica? Oh, that's interesting to note. He's an immigrant. Oh, I just can't wait. Ganbrica, huh? Alright. Mr. Fisher. What are you thinking, Emma? She said it was from Ganbrica, right? Remember what Detective Daltrey said about the victim from the hotel, right? Otto Keller? Oh, yeah. He was a Ganbrican immigrant, right? I wonder if there's some sort of connection. I don't know, Emma. There's probably thousands of Ganbrican immigrants in Vendreka. Yeah, you're probably right. Still, we need to talk to him. I wonder if there's anything else the attendant can tell us about him. He really is such a sweet old man. I can tell he really cares about his family. There was one thing I wanted to ask him, though. Before he left yesterday, he said something I didn't understand. He said something about someone named Alma. Maybe it was his daughter's name? Oh, I just can't remember. But isn't that such a pretty name? Yeah, very pretty. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Alma. Emma, are you okay? Alma. Alma! That was her name, Ricky! I remember now! Her name was Alma! The missing woman? Yes, I'm sure of it! All I can remember after yesterday was that it began with an A, but hearing it now, I'm certain it was Alma. I can't believe it. Do you know anything about Alma? You said Mr. Fisher mentioned somebody named Alma. You're sure? Yep, I'm sure he must have been talking about one of his family members, but I can't remember. Fisher was talking about a person named Alma. Could this really be just a coincidence? You're certain the woman you met was named Alma? I want to trust my memory, but I just don't know anymore, Ricky. Is it possible I heard Fisher mention the name to someone in the lounge car yesterday? Is that what I'm remembering? I think you should trust yourself, Emma. I'm sure you're remembering right. Yeah, you're right. I know what she told me. I can't start doubting myself now. Let's stay focused. We need to talk to Fisher as soon as possible. Still early. We should keep investigating the other cars until tonight, when he comes back here. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into somebody else who could tell us something about him. Or Alma. Thank you for your time. No problem. If you need anything else, you know where to find me. Okay. Let's go ahead and save. Storage car. We want to talk to you about Alma. Whether or not she was registered. Nope. Nobody named Alma registered here. Kind of surprising, actually. That's a pretty common name around these parts. Oh, crap. It may have been a pseudonym. Fisher. Fisher. Nope. No Fisher here. It's an old man who told one of the train attendants his name was Fisher. You sure there's nobody with that name registered? I'm completely sure! That list doesn't lie. Do you know where this Fisher is now? No, but we're told he might show up in the observation car tonight. Good to know. Maybe I'll have a little talk with him tonight. Heck, maybe I'll even bring that detective with me. I wonder what Emma thinks about this development. I should ask her. Once I have nothing left to ask the porter about. That I do. Have you asked the board about everyone you can think of, Ricky? If we run out of ideas, maybe we can explore the other cars and see if any other names pop up. That seems like an obvious hint, so let me double check. Let's double check the lounge car real quick. Still nobody here, so... probably at the point of no return. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, this is a good place to start talking again. Well, it looks like we have 3 possibilities to where to go next. First is a storage car. We got that. Sounds a little far-fetched to me, honestly, but it can't hurt to look, right? Okay. Observation car, we did double-check that already. Okay, we should have gone here earlier. Maybe we can double-check with Vita and Monty again. Alright. Let's just talk about Alma real quick. Alma, I can't believe I forgot that name. It's so clear to me now. Everything about our meeting happened so fast. I didn't think to ask her just until just before we split up. I was so sleepy. Must not have fully committed it to memory. But I remember it now. It was Alma. Well, the good news is that name doesn't rule out the possibility that the ring we found belongs to her. That's right. She could still be AK. Could it really be a coincidence that Fisher was also talking about somebody named Alma? I don't know, but we'll find out tonight, I suppose. Yeah. We don't need to talk about anything else here. Except Monty's job. That I want to hear her thoughts on. When we talk to Monty... My voice is freaking dying, hold on. Okay. See how long I last. When we talked to Monty, he did a card trick for us. Very enthusiastically at that. I think that's all we know so far, but I have a feeling there's more left to discover. Alright. So this is all just hints. I don't need these. I've kind of got a good idea. Veda and Monty aren't going to give us anything more, right? Yep, that door is closed. Monty, please. More painkillers. That doesn't sound healthy. We should leave them alone for now. Yep, it is time to go to the storage car. Alright. Okay, so it's going to block me then. I think I have to have a word with this Fisher fellow. Nobody named Alma on this train. Yep, no issues with those two. Not registered, but yeah, he's allowed on board. Yeah, those names check out. Yep. Alright, looks like we just gotta go keep observing everything, huh? Don't think we need to talk to the attendant again. Now I feel stuck. I wonder if we can advance time from the cabin. There's gotta be something we missed, though. So... storage car, Vita, lounge car, real quick. Yeah, we can't check this area. Okay, so now we know her name. Da-da-da-da-da. Emma's kindness. Bartender is gonna be on break right now. Fisher is the man of the hour. Dennis and Palmer are currently in their cabin. Yeah, I was thinking about that. We can try again. We can check them out and see if we want to talk to them. So we can't talk to them. We can check them, though. Nope, not getting involved with that guy. Peace and love, peace and love. Ah. Actually, pretty crowded in here. Guess it's not too surprising. It's a pretty nice spot. So the attendant, I think we asked everything we needed to for now. Let's come back tonight. Okay. Talk. Alright, let me just double check this. Oh! Wait, Ricky, I have an idea. Remember the initials that were on the ring? Yeah, I remember. To my beloved AK. Let's ask the porter if anyone is registered with those initials. He said he has a passenger list, right? Good idea. You know anything about an AK? Not the Kalashnikov, mind you. You're looking for someone with the initials AK. Let me take a look. Yeah, looks like there's a couple. Can you tell us their names? Let's see. Alfred Kircher, Arnold Cross, Andrew Kissinger. I think that's it. Kissinger sounds familiar. That's Henry Kissinger I'm thinking of, though. Those are all male names. Oh. Alright, I don't think any of them are who we're looking for, but thanks for checking. Ricky, think it's possible the ring belongs to one of them? I don't know. Okay. No women with those initials are registered for this train, sorry. And now do we advance time? Nope. Well, we've got more stuff to talk about here. Is there anybody we haven't thought to ask the porter about yet? If so, maybe we can come up with some leads if we finish exploring everywhere else first. Be thorough. Make sure we've done everything we can. Okay, let's go back to the storage car real quick and double check some things. I've seen mystery boxes like this before. Prop guillotine, how bizarre. Sorry. I think I have, but... Vault, Daltrey, AK... There's a Palmer, Alma... Okay. We must have missed something in the other cars. Veta and Monty's cabin is locked. The observation car is full of interesting people, but I think we've talked to the attendant enough. Check area. Nope. Okay, it's not gonna let me talk. Anyone else here right now? Okay, I think this area is good and explored, but just in case. Man, such a nice view. Yeah, there's not much else to see here. Don't want to engage that guy. We've already talked to her a lot. Ringo here is nice and tidy. So, Vita Monty's cabin is not interesting. Let's explore all the options we've got with Emma real quick. Dennis and Palmer. So what do you think, Ricky? Are you considering taking up golf now? No, I don't think so. Oh, don't be like that. I know those guys were a little strange, but that shouldn't stop you from having a new experience. I actually kind of like watching golf on TV. It makes me think of my grandpa. He always has it on whenever I visit. He's a pretty good golfer himself. Maybe I'll ask him to give me a lesson. I know I'd be terrible, but it looks like fun. Either way, I'd love to see you in a polo and a cute little sweater. Okay, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I bet you would. Okay, the sweater and polo combination, I kind of get. That is kind of silly. Polos by themselves, though, are not bad. They're great for summertime. The bartender sure is in a playful mood today, isn't he? I wish he'd just tell us what he knows without all the hassle. Although, I will admit, all this investigating has been kind of fun, hasn't it? Yeah, it kind of has, in a weird way. That said, we don't really know what's going on here. Hopefully by this evening, we'll have a good guess as to what Monty's old job was. Then we can go back to this bartender and find out what he knows. About Monty. You know, he was hard to get a read on at first, but I get the sense that Monty is a kind-hearted man. Don't you? Yeah, performing that card trick really seemed to cheer him up. But when Veda came back, I shouldn't speculate about others' relationships, but he just seems so timid and she's so, well, you know. The storage car. We're really getting into conspiracy theory territory now. Do you really think she might be somewhere in storage? I don't know, Ricky. I just feel like we've already ruled out all the sensible possibilities. If she's not there, then, well, where is she? Good point. Whether she's there or not, we might still learn something by looking around. It might not end up being a waste of time, but it's worth a shot. Okay. That was a whole bunch of nothing, so there's got to be something going on in the storage car. I did not mean to go to the lounge car. We've exhausted all of our options, as far as I know. Okay, so let me just roll through these real quick. Oh, thank goodness. You want to know more about the luggage in here? You and me both, buddy. I swear I was terrified I was going to lose my head trying to get that guillotine on board. All I know is that the weirdest stuff in here all belongs to the same guy. Some little fella with a big hat. Monty. I knew it. Whistle. Bit Monty. Okay, I think I've done everything. Now she's gonna let me progress. That's honestly a really good system. I'll go ahead and pour some more water for myself. We'll take a small break. I'm gonna mute so you don't have to listen to water hitting the cup. There we go, all better. Delicious water. What are you thinking, Emma? Oh, I was just thinking about Fisher. There's just so many strange coincidences about him, you know? He's from Ganbrika, like the murder victim from the hotel. He knows someone with the same name as the missing woman. And to top it all off, he might not even be registered for this train. Just who is he? Well, I guess we'll just have to ask him ourselves when he stops by the observation car tonight. We still have some time to kill. Is there anything we have left to do? I don't think we need to ask the porter about anything else. Well, I guess it's time... It's time to go talk to our bartender friend. As time progresses. Finally. Daltrey and Martin are there. It's starting to get a bit late. Looks like the bartender's back and... Who's that in the booth? Is that Professor Martin and Detective Daltrey? Oh, seemed to have been an amicable conversation. Hello to you two. How are you both? Hi, Professor. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Yeah, all good. Was that the detective you were just talking to? Oh, yes. He came to see me about an hour ago. He's still investigating the case from the hotel, you know. To think this train may be connected somehow. Frankly, it all seems a bit fantastic to me. My understanding is that he intends to speak with everyone on board. So I invited him to speak with me here, over some coffee. Evening coffee is a vibe, but I don't know if I recommend that. How's the investigation going? Did he tell you much about it? No, not all that much, and I'm afraid I wasn't able to be of much help. I only know as much about the incident as the police would tell me that night after all. If I had to guess, I say he doesn't have many leads. It's entirely possible he's been on a wild goose chase this entire time. Still, he is quite determined. He just left to look for more passengers to speak to. I'd say, I hope he finds what he's looking for, but... well, I suppose I'd rather he didn't. After all, I'd feel much better if this train didn't have anything to do with a murder. I'd probably feel better with a more competent detective on board, if I'm being honest. I'm right here. Well, I'll be going back to my cabin now. Is everything all right, Professor? Oh, yes! I've felt a tad under the weather these past few days. I do hope I'm not coming down with something. It's nothing to worry about. Don't stay up too late, you two. We won't. Good night, Professor. Good night. Guten Nacht. It's the only German I know. Alright, Ricky. Let's talk to the bartender. Mr. Law, I presume. Well, you're back. Have you determined what Monty's former occupation was? Yeah, I think so. Well then, let's hear it. He was a magician. Not a mime, but a magician. That is correct. At one time, that man was a very popular and successful magician in Vendreka. At least, as far as magicians go. So, what happened to him? Okay, yes, you win. I will tell you. Monty was still performing as recently as a year ago. His act was quite a popular tourist attraction. Part of his gimmick was that he'd never speak, to give himself an air of mystery. His act was mostly standard tricks, impossible escapes and such. But one night, something terrible happened. While some magic tricks look dangerous, the audience typically assumes there are plenty of safety precautions in place to prevent injury. But while that's largely true, many tricks are actually quite dangerous and require pinpoint timing and skill from the performers. One night, Monty's show was running late, and in his haste to get on stage, he neglected to perform a routine safety procedure. As a result, The poor fool became trapped in a box that was to be crushed by a large weight. He very easily could have died. When he realized that he could not escape, he actually shouted for help from inside the box. The assistant pulled the box to safety moments before the weights came crashing down. I suspect help was the first word Monty had uttered in years. It took them an agonizing long time to pry open the box, with Monty begging for his life the entire time. And the audience watching in horror, as it became clear that this was not part of the act. The rest of that night's performance was cancelled, and shortly after, the story became something of a tabloid curiosity. For his trouble, Monty became a laughingstock. And to make matters worse, no venues would take his act any longer, believing it to be too unsafe. Monty hasn't performed ever since, and the public has largely forgotten about him. But if I remember, I recognized him the moment I saw him. Oh my, that's so horrible. So, he can speak. Poor devil indeed. Saw some of the props from his act in the storage car. What do you think he's trying to do? If I had to guess, I'd say he wants to start fresh, in a country that is unfamiliar with its history. His career may be over in Vendreka, but from the baggage of his incident. But the baggage from his incident shouldn't follow him all the way to London. Alrighty, Dahlia. Thanks for staying up as long as you could. Have a nice night. Good luck at work tomorrow. Stay alive, stay healthy, stay sane. Godspeed. I just don't know how he can afford such a move. The man hasn't worked in a year, and frankly, his wife may live like they're rich, but I don't think Monty was bringing home millions from his act. Their supposedly glamorous lifestyle has likely always been a facade. But, well, I suppose that's none of my business. This is all I'm able to tell you. But if there's anything else to discover, you'll have to discover it for yourself. What a sad story. I feel so bad for him. It sort of raises more questions than it answers, though. And we still don't know what Vita and Monty have to do with Alma, if anything. Yeah, there's still a piece of the puzzle missing. But at least we're making some progress, right? It's just about nighttime, Ricky. Do you think Mr. Fisher might be in the observation car by now? He's the last person who might have seen me and Alma together. And there are just too many coincidences for him not to be connected to all this somehow. I have a feeling he's hiding something big. Just, what could it be? Well, time to save and rock and roll. Nighttime falls, and confrontation begins. Let's do this. There he is, right on schedule. Alright. Here goes nothing. So he's an East, quote-unquote, East German, for the record. Seems like nobody's here except for Fisher and the attendant. Got a bed. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. I hope Bobo keeps you nice and warm. Excuse me, sir? Yes. Can I help you? You're Mr. Fisher, correct? How did you know who I am? Oh, these two wanted to talk to you earlier. I think they were looking for something. So this is Fisher. Up close, he seems kind of frail. I'm not here to arrest you. I'm just here to get some clarity on something. Wipe that frown off your face. What do you know about the missing woman? Oh, wait. You were in the lounge car, weren't you? Hey. I don't know what you're talking about. What about the lounge car? I don't remember. I can't help you. He's not talking, Emma. Not very talkative, huh? He didn't want to talk about Detective Daltrey either. What is he hiding? Let's ask him about Alma. Maybe that'll get him talking. Does the name Alma ring a bell? How do you know that name? It's the name of the woman we're looking for. Why do I know all the detective one-liners, and why did this dev too? Why do we share this pain of knowing all the great detective one-liners? It's the name of the woman we're looking for. Does it ring a bell? Ring a ding ding in the membrane? I don't know anything. Stop asking me questions. I can't help you. That touched a nerve. Mr. Fisher, are you okay? Leave me alone. The missing woman, Fisher. Dahlia, go to bed. You're the one who's being a nerd and staying up watching VTubers all night. I can't help it, man. I know the best lines. I know what to say exactly in the right moment. Okay. Okay, fair. You are supporting your digital child. Alright, what do we do next, Emma? He still won't talk to us. Seems really nervous. Yeah. Whatever. If my voice helps you fall asleep, that's fine by me. I know I certainly listen to some lore videos and stuff to help me sleep. Watch you, my damn, please. It's whatever. I'm an online entertainer. Do with me as you please. As in, watch me. Anything else? Kindly don't. Kindly don't. Seems really nervous. Should we tell him that we know he's not registered for this train? I don't know, Emma. Let's press him just a little further. I know he's hiding something. He must know something about Alma. He just has to. I'm nervous about pushing him too far, but Emma's right. We need to know what he knows. Look, we know you're a stowaway, and we're not going to tell anybody. So you need to help us. We're going to hold this sword of Damocles over you, and you're going to help us. I mean, I think I've talked about this before. Fabulich is well known on Twitch for reading old horror stories and games sometimes. So there's a market for it, I assure you. You know, everybody remembers bedtime stories with Mother Dear. I'm sure bedtime stories with Dahlia regarding how many times you can find references to Volo in Pokemon lore. Some people would enjoy it. Well, I can tell you, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, there's a lot to go through, but I'm sure somebody would enjoy it. Alright, spill the guts. Spill the guts, Mr. Fisher. We know you're a stowaway, but we aren't going to do anything about it unless you make us. What do you want? Why are you harassing me? I don't know anything about that. Or anything else. I have nothing to do with that. Mr. Fisher, it's okay. We're just trying to find out what happened to Alma. You leave her out of this. I know nothing, and I will tell you nothing. Mr. Fisher, calm down. Everything will be okay. Mr. Fisher, we know you're not registered for this train, and so does the porter. May already be looking for his security. Emma! Not registered? Is that true, Mr. Fisher? There's no reason for you to hide anything from us. Please. We just want to find Alma. Don't die on me. Don't have a heart attack, for the love of God. I won't go back. You can't make me go back! Oh, jeez. Oh, no! We have a gun on the train! Okay, this just went from 0 to 60 in approximately, oh dear God, amounts of seconds. Alright, easy there. Easy there. I have a gun! Don't come any closer, I'll... Hey! Oh my God! Stay back! I'm warning all of you! Okay, let's think this one through. He's got a gun, and I don't have mine on me. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared I can't even move. Emma? Not the time to freeze. If we don't do something quick, he might... But what should we do? He looks scared. Does he think we're trying to hurt him? Maybe this is all just a misunderstanding. Maybe I can reason with him. Mr. Fisher, you don't have to do this. We're not trying to get you in trouble. We're just looking for someone. Shut up! You're just trying to trick me! You can't make me go back to Vendraka. I can't! I won't! Why is he so afraid to go back to Vendraka? Be quiet! Go away! Right now! Or I'll... Damn it! It's no use. He's not listening. Is Emma okay? Emma. Mr. Fisher, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I mean, we're not... Shut up! You can't fool me! I remember you now. You two were talking to that detective. You're with the police. He's going to take me away. He's going to take me back. And then I'll... No, I won't let you! Oh, God. Mr. Fisher, we're not with the detective. I'm a detective, but I'm not legally registered to operate above Gehenna. Don't worry, you're in the clear. This is just a misunderstanding. You don't have to do this. I don't have a choice. If I go back to Vendraka, I'll be killed. They'll kill me just like they killed Maxwell. Did you just say Maxwell? Where have I heard that name? Maxwell Edison, the filthy lawyer who got killed. Drop the gun! Detective! The detective? It's over, Fisher. Drop it. I'm finished. Thank you, Detective. No bullets. You never intended to kill anybody. Mr. Fisher. Well, in a train car full of tourists, if you see a gun, it's just enough of a threat. But a detective with an actual gun pointing it right at you? Yeah, you give up instantly. Mr. Fisher, I've searched your cabin and found your boarding pass. Hey, Flash, welcome on in. We are in the midst of a tense moment as this old man just tried to pull a gun on everybody in the car, and Detective Daltrey was here just in time to save us. This ticket was stolen, was it not? Yes. Just a moment ago, you said if you went back to Vendreka, you'd be killed. Like Maxwell. Did you mean Edison Maxwell? The lawyer? Yes, that's right. Of course! Maxwell was the lawyer who was found dead yesterday morning. The lawyer that Otto Keller, the victim from the hotel, used to work for. I think you'd better explain yourself. What are you doing on this train? Can you ever forgive me for this? Yes, Mr. Fisher. Of course we forgive you. I need to explain from the beginning. I came to Vendreka 25 years ago with my wife and my young daughter from my home in Gambrica. Fisher is fishy. Sorry to laugh during this beautiful moment. Our life in Gambrica was very challenging. So we came to Vendreka in hopes of making a better life for our daughter. We were led to believe that Vendreka would be our promised land, that our troubles would be over when we finally arrived. But that was a lie. We found that opportunities for Gambrican immigrants were few and far between, and we were not welcomed with open arms as we thought we would be. Now this reverb ruins the emotion. The truth is, we struggled just as much in Vendreka as we did in Gambrica. It was very hard to make ends meet. And it only got harder when my wife fell ill. I tried my best to be a good father to my daughter, but I know I made many mistakes. When she grew older, she met an Englishman who wanted to take her away to London. She begged for me to let her go, but I was afraid of losing her. I said some things I shouldn't have said. It doesn't matter. In the end, she left without saying a word. My life hit rock bottom, and that's when I met him, Maxwell. He introduced me himself to me with a proposition. He would pay me a sizable sum if I spied on my employer for him. I had been working as a gardener for a Vendrekan senator for a few years. I don't know why, but Maxwell wanted some information on him. I couldn't say no. I needed the money. I could barely support myself as it was. Every Sunday night, I would meet Maxwell at his home to tell him what I had found. He would pay me, and I would go. It seemed harmless enough. This went on for a few months until one day, I received a letter in the mail. It was from my daughter. I hadn't heard from her in over 2 years. I couldn't believe it. She told me that she had just given birth to a daughter. And she named her after my grandmother. My wife. She named her Alma. Suddenly, I was overcome with guilt. What had I become? Spying on a politician for a crooked lawyer? I hardly recognized myself. How could I face my daughter? How could I face my granddaughter, knowing what I had done? That Sunday, I resolved to tell Maxwell that I wouldn't spy for him anymore. But he refused. He threatened me. He said that if I stopped, he would use his connections in the government to have me deported. He had me trapped. What could I do? How could I refuse? I had to keep spying for him. But at least now, I had a goal. I would save up my money and buy a ticket to London. I would escape. I would find my daughter. I was so close. I only needed a few more payments from Maxwell and I'd be finished. But then, I went to his house 2 nights ago and he was dead. I panicked. I ran as fast as I could, and then it hit me. Somebody must have found out about the spying. They got to Maxwell first, but I must be next. I had to escape. So I came to the station, and well, you know what I did. I never thought I'd be found out. Once the train left the station, I was sure I was free. I'd soon be in London, reunited with my daughter and a family. Oh, Mr. Fisher. Feel a little guilty that we pushed him that far. What a story. The senator you were working for, what was his name? It was Senator Gordon. Martin's friend. Oh, God in heaven, what have we gotten ourselves wrapped up into? Senator Gordon? Isn't that Professor Martin's old friend? Officer, I'm begging you. Please let me stay in London. Don't make me go back to Vendreka. I just want to see my daughter. I just want to meet my granddaughter. I just want to meet Alma. We love to hear it. When we arrive in London, you'll have to come back with me on the first train back to Vendreka. I promised that no harm will come to you when we return home. I understand. Oh, Detective, can't you let him stay? I know he's broken the law, but... It isn't up to me. If the rest of you wouldn't mind, I'd like to speak with him alone for a while. Ricky, let's go. Yeah, nobody's buying that, Miss Attendant, unfortunately. It's time to go back. Criminy. What a day we've had. Well, at least we've caught a stowaway. That's one for the record books, eh, Detective Emma? Emma? Yeah, I don't feel great about that one either. I feel so ashamed of myself. I was so sure he knew something about Alma. I thought if we cornered him, we could get him to talk, but It was just a coincidence. And now he won't get to be reunited with his family. Oh, Ricky. It's all my fault! It's all right, Emma. I think we both went a little too far. I feel really bad for Mr. Fisher. But it just seemed like such a good lead. How could I ever apologize for this? I don't know what to say. Hey! Let's take a step back. I'll admit, we did go far. Yeah. We got a lot of information today. We can worry about Mr. Fisher later. She's still waiting for us to find her, remember? You're right. Just give me a second. Okay. Let's review what we learned today. Just like last time. Alright. Let me double check my notes real quick. Well, no, I guess not. Fisher's Alma is a different person entirely, so we still don't really know anything about her. Fisher had a breakdown when we confronted him about our questions about Alma, and threatened us with a gun, though we learned from Daltrey it wasn't even loaded. He told us his story. He was a Cambrican immigrant living in Vendreka, trying to make ends meet, but struggling. His wife, Alma, passed away of illness, and when his daughter grew up, she left Vendreka with her English boyfriend to live in London. When he was at rock bottom, he was approached by that shady lawyer Edison Maxwell with the proposition Maxwell would pay Fisher to spy on his employer, Senator Gordon. Fisher was desperate for extra cash, so he did it, until one day he received a letter from his daughter, informing him that she had given birth to a daughter. She named the daughter after her mother, and Fisher's late wife, Alma. Fisher, overcome with emotion and guilt, wanted to stop spying for yada. Such a sad story, and it looks like Alma that Fisher mentioned was actually a totally different person from the one we're looking for. So, update on Gordon. Mr. Fisher was spying on Senator Gordon for the lawyer who was killed yesterday. Maxwell. What a weird coincidence. Why would someone want to spy on Gordon? I wonder what Martin thinks about this. Yeah. This is all Monty's stuff. He looks like a Gordon. Haha. Alright. Man, my head is absolutely spinning right now. I hope going over everything that happened today will clear things up, but I just feel exhausted. Alright, let's review this. All of our notes are taken care of. The day got off to a bad start. When I woke up, I discovered that the ring we found yesterday was missing. I searched my cabin for over an hour, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I still feel so stupid for losing it. It's okay, Emma. We were still able to investigate without it. Yeah, we just needed to find the other people who might have seen me with Alma together. So we went to the lounge car to look for them. We started with those golfers, Dennis and Palmer. Unfortunately, neither of them remembered a thing about me or Alma. They were too busy arguing about putters or whatever. When we brought it up, though, Dennis proposed a couple of theories to explain what may have happened to Alma. Get you a new decoder ring later, wow! Yeah, I'm just gonna take like 20 tricks box. We'll find one eventually. Some of them were a little ridiculous, but... Well, what did you think of Dennis's theories, Ricky? Honestly, I don't think it would make sense if she's not on the train anymore. I agree that if she's still on board, she'd probably be in the storage car. I don't think the whole staff is in on it. Yeah, that seemed like his most plausible theory to me. In hindsight, it still sounds pretty crazy, though. Anyway, after we were finished talking to them, we ran into Mr. Fisher for the first time. He was trying to get away from Daltrey. It seemed pretty suspicious. Fisher left quickly, and Daltrey went back to his investigation. So around this time, we talked to the bartender. Yes. Yep, and that creep made us a deal. If we could correctly guess what Monty's former job was, he'd tell us a bit more about the two of them. Monty and Vita, I mean. Gosh, after everything that happened tonight, I almost completely forgot about those two. We tried talking to them again, too, but that didn't go so well. Yeah, only Monty was around at first, and well, he's a man of few words. There was one thing that seemed to resonate with him, though. Do you remember what seemed to catch Monty's attention? Gee, I don't know, maybe the thing he's holding in his hand? A deck of cards. Yeah, it was a deck of cards. As soon as we showed it to him, he performed a little card trick for us. It was very charming. But then Vita came back and kicked us out. I felt really bad for Monty at the time. He seemed so happy before she came back. Anyway, the card trick was a pretty solid clue about what Monty's former job was. But it was finding all of his things in the storage car that really clinched it. A cage, a weird box, a suit of armor, a guillotine, all props from his act. So, one more time, what kind of a job did he have, Ricky? He was a musician, because you can find all of those things on a Alice Cooper stage. A magician. That's right. Monty used to be a magician. It seems so obvious in hindsight, doesn't it? Once we figured it out, we talked to the bartender, who told us all about Monty's past. Apparently, during one of his shows, he neglected an important safety procedure, and it almost cost him his life. After that, he became a laughingstock, and no venues would book his act anymore. How sad. It's just, if Monty's been out of a job for so long, could the two of them really afford a luxury suite on this train? The bartender seemed to think they must be broke, but it doesn't make any sense. They just have to be hiding something. We need to get them to talk to us somehow. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Fisher. Do we have to? We asked the train attendant in the observation car about him. She told us about how excited he was to see his family in London. And that he had mentioned to her something about a woman named Alma. Hearing that name jogged my memory. The woman we've been looking for told me her name was Alma. I'm sure of it. But it's a common name. Remember that the porter told us that's a common name. Maybe their families have some money or some shit. Also valid. After that, I was certain Fisher must know something about her, but it turned out it was just a coincidence. The Alma that Fisher was talking about isn't the same Alma. Do you remember who it actually was? Yeah. His wife and his granddaughter. Exactly. Fisher's daughter recently had a baby, who she named Alma, after the baby's grandmother, Fisher's late wife. Oh, it's just so sad, Ricky. How can I be so stupid? It's okay, Emma. We had other reasons to be suspicious of Fisher, remember? Yeah, because of what we learned from the porter in the storage car. When we first talked to the porter, he was a bit agitated. That we did, yes. We thought he was our ticket to the stars, but we were wrong. Dead wrong. Apparently, they've been dealing with a particular problem on these trains lately. What was that problem, Ricky? Stowaways. Apparently, he's been finding stowaways on the train very often recently. Because he was talking about his muscles, I think. When we told the porter about Mr. Fisher, he confirmed that nobody with that name was registered for this train, so it seemed pretty likely that Mr. Fisher was actually a stowaway. At that point, all that was left to do was to talk to him ourselves. Yeah. Mr. Fisher panicked when we confronted him. He pulled a gun, but Daltrey appeared in the nick of time to de-escalate the situation, and it turned out the gun wasn't loaded anyway. He was just really scared. He was working as a spy for Maxwell, whose death Daltrey was investigating. He even discovered Maxwell's body last night, which made him think that someone found out about the spying. And that he may be killed too, so he stole a train ticket in order to escape. He also told us all about the circumstances that led to this point. I can't believe everything Fisher has been through. I didn't know the conditions for Gambrickan immigrants were so bad. I didn't get that impression from Martin at all. You remember, right? Last night, Martin told us that Vendreka had been working to open its borders to Gambrickan refugees, but he didn't tell us they were still struggling. Yeah, but that isn't the only thing that's bothering me. It's who Fisher was involved with. You caught it too, right? The person that Maxwell was having Mr. Fisher spy on? Yeah. Gordon. Gordon. Yeah. It was Senator Gordon, Professor Martin's old friend. After that, Daltrey told Mr. Fisher he couldn't stay in London, and that they'd both be going back to Vendreka. I guess that means he'll be arrested. Yeah. That has to be the most serious I've seen Daltrey. It was a little eerie. Look, I'm thinking like a Pokemon game, okay? Nobody remembers to do lowercase letters in that game. Well, I think that's everything. Gordon! Right? Right, that was his name? It was Gordon! There. Now it's in audio form. Ricky, what's going on? It's Raw! It's Monday Night Raw! I'm gonna destroy my voice by the end of this. Whoops. I don't know. We only have one day left until we reach London. We found out so much, but still no sign of Alma. What should we do? It's been a long day. I think we should get some sleep, but tomorrow, we need to find Mr. Fisher again. We still have a very important question to ask him. Oh yeah, with everything that's been going on, I almost forgot why we were looking for him in the first place. He's the only person left who might remember seeing me and Alma together in the lounge car. We still need to find out what Veda and Monty are hiding too. It'll be okay, Emma. We can still get to the bottom of this. I think I'm gonna go to bed now. Ricky. I want to be alone for a bit. If that's okay. It's okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. She's been through so much in one day. God, I've never seen her like this. I have such a sick feeling in my stomach. Just what is going on here? I think I'm a little scared to find out. There are 5 chapters, by the way. I found that out today, looking at the achievements. It's snowing! We are perfectly in season for this game. Nice. All right, we'll get to the start of day 3 and then we'll call it. What time is it? Wow. It's really pouring out there. Oh, that's rain, damn it. Nothing big has happened. And Emma isn't here. What a dreary day. Okay. I should leave it off here. Because nothing is happening. And if we do make something happen, I'm going to want to go for 6 hours. And that's a problem, so. Let's go ahead and stop it here. Jeez. Oh, true. We are getting close to London. Of course it's raining. Alright. That was a sizable amount of progress, a whole lot of drama, and I am excited to see what happens next week, aren't y'all? It's gonna be day frickin' 3 and only chapter 4, which means chapter 5 is gonna be endgame. Let's see what we can get done next time, but for now, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Detective Instinct. Farewell, my beloved. Let's head to back to the lobby real quick. Oh god, I wish that cup of tea was real. Anyway, so we got a brand new week ahead of us. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what happens next week. But damn, this game is good. I know. I almost paid full price for this, and it's worth every penny. Quite welcome, quite welcome. So, it's 2 more weeks till Christmas, 2 more weeks until my big break, and a lot of things are in the background that are cooking, and I am excited to let y'all see it, but for now, we got another week of streams, including Tuesday, which is... Oh god, please let it be L.A. Noire. Let me double check. Let me look at my own stupid schedule for a second here. I believe it's L.A. Noire. I can tell from here. Yes, it is L.A. Noire on Tuesday. More Vice cases, more smashing up, more drug busts, more criminal activity, more and more of good detectiveness. Then on Wednesday, hopefully, I have to double check this game. We will be celebrating the release of Mutant Football League 2 by playing it for the first time on stream. I've played it off stream in the past during its early access period, and we're just gonna do like some exhibition matches, check out the new Dynasty mode, and have some fun with customization because we can actually customize teams. We can make the Gehenna team. We can make a team for Hotel Calaveras, y'all. Not specifically, but we can get very close. I do, however, have to check if it's going to get copyright struck because there is a bunch of non-royalty free music in that game, a bunch of licensed music, and it's all over the place. So I have to do a test stream. So that may get rescheduled. Just a heads up. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be playing Battletoads with Senegal. I've never played Battletoads in my life, and I heard it's painful. Yes, B. What can I do you for? But yeah, it's an exciting week coming up. It is an exciting week coming up. Go ahead and ask your question, B. It is extremely painful. Well, good news. We'll be able to mitigate the pain because we'll be playing it on Nintendo Switch Online, which does have rewind and save. So we might marathon it and just get through with a bit of save scum. Might. But I think we might be... When's the next LA Noire? Tuesday, this week at 7 p.m. CST. Why, not gonna be able to make it, unfortunately? Nice. It lines up on another day off? Or you're just happy to see LA Noire again? You're gonna call in sick and say you've gotten the reefer. I'm so glad you enjoyed as much as I do. I'm so glad somebody enjoys one of the best detective games out there. Even though it's got its flaws, I still think there's no better detective game, like feeling, vibes-wise, no better noir detective game other than LA Noire. Oh. Oh dear. $6:30 ends at 6:30 your time, and the stream starts at 8 your time. You'll be fine. So you are going to be absolutely nerding out all day Tuesday. I salute you. If I could raise my arms, I would. That is a goal for nerds everywhere. Damn straight. Well, thank you very much for joining me yet again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me yet again for some more detective goodness. This will be back next Sunday. Hopefully we can complete it before I have to go on break. If not, I do have the last week of December sort of left open. We'll need all the good luck we can get with Battletoad. The third therapy is LA Noire. I'm happy to oblige, B. I'm happy to be some sort of sanity remaker or refresher. So yeah, until next time, folks, until Tuesday, until we meet again, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the likes. If you watched the VOD until this point, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And of course, thank you just for being here. It means a lot that I get to stream the way I do with people to talk with. So as always, folks, take care, be safe, take care of yourselves, and as always, memento vivere, memento mori, and enjoy writing your life story. And this story is just getting good. Maybe.